Well, I want to talk about it because there's a stories that came out, and this is not the first time. This is one in many time, and it is about Nancy Pelosi. And so, she's definitely for the tax the rich and all that. I don't know if you saw my story, but
I did, but I didn't really read
okay,
it.
So now the one thing that I hate when it comes to politicians that screams out like they're for the poor and whatever like that and do this whole thing, bro, you're not. And don't fucking lie to the people, because people are really eating that bitch up and be like, yeah, she or he is really for us. And no, they're not. In Nancy Pelosi case, this is not the first time, but she's a huge stock trader. And recently,
I think I heard about that.
Recently, what happened was the government gave a contract to Microsoft, right? Just short and simple for the guests. Now, they pull that bitch out, and then she bought a shit ton of shares in Amazon. And then the government decided to give Amazon a choice, give Amazon a chance to bid for the contract. Now, when this happened and the news broke, Amazon stock went sky high. She made $10 million. Now, the last time that happened, she bought Tesla stock right before Tesla got a deal, and so she has insider knowledge, and she's making bank off of it. But yet now scream tax the rich and all that. You think she paying fucking her taxes? You got me fucked up. She's not paying her taxes.
But not even the Jeff Bezos combo we had. What did I tell you before? All these. Oh no, I think it might even been that combo. What did I tell you before, man? All these fucking
politicians is a scam.
Like even when you be talking about because Arizona is cheaper than Cali, I'm telling you, the rich people out here are playing the game. You think these motherfuckers be paying taxes?
Well, okay,
they don't,
bro.
These niggas pay. I probably paid more in taxes last year than these motherfuckers.
Okay, but that's not my argument. My argument, I think, is we fucking hate the rich, and I'm not talking. We hate the rich here. Like the Bezos has so many fucking haters.
We don't hate the rich that much.
Okay.
Do people really hate Jeff? If people really hated Jeff Bezos,
all right. I'm gonna say right now, a lot of Democrats hate the rich,
and all the motherfuckers that still say. If we're speaking specifically on Jeff Bezos, even all those Democrats that say they hate the rich still shop at Amazon.
Exactly. And another thing is,
what I'm saying. No, they don't. They don't.
And another thing is, they hate the rich, but supports the same politician that is shitting on them and lying to their face and taking their money. So I'm like, you're a hypocrite. You hate on Jeff Bezos, but you make him money, but then you support politicians that make money right blindly behind you and then tricking into your face, lying to your face, but yet you support the politician and you hate the billionaire. I'd rather support the billionaire than support the fucking stupid politician. I'd rather somebody who tell me the truth than lie to my face and do something behind my back. Okay, that's just me. Like, tell me the real.
No,
Bezos is about his money and he about it.
You're right and you're wrong. But at the same time, when it comes to politics, I'm not even Jeff Bezos. You can't always have someone that's telling you the truth. You can't. Because
of course, Donald
Trump is a perfect example. Donald Trump is probably one of the most honest presidents we have. And look at all the bullshit. It don't even, like, he did a lot of good shit. He also did a lot of bad shit. But I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about just the shit that he said. Just strictly social media.
Right.
We were already a divided country, somewhat.
Somewhat, yeah.
It was like if it was a little crack.
It was a flower. No, not a flower. It was a flame that started.
If it was a little crack in a wall, if it was like a crack in my computer that came to like right here, this nigga Donald Trump karate chopped that bitch and just broke this whole piece off in half.
To be honest, I think the divide started after 9/11. And then it just started to build and build and build.
Yeah, and Donald Trump.
And then Donald Trump was the camels that broke. What is it?
That broke the camel's back.
Straw,
he wasn't, but he was close.
Yeah,
he was close, and he might as well have been, and that's the thing.
He didn't help. Let's just be honest.
In politics, like, yes, we know a lot. Probably 90% of these politicians are full of shit.
Right.
The whole point is not to get the people that are going to lie to us. The whole point is going to get the people that are going to at least do. I don't know how to word.
I don't know. See, this is my point. Okay, hear me out. This is my point.
I don't know how to word it.
So
without sounding retarded.
here's my point. So for the Democrats, especially, because the Democrats always try to like tax the rich, and a lot of the Democrats are usually more lower income supported, and they they go.
That's my point.
Yeah, they go at the rich, and they feel like the rich is the problem.
The rich should be paying more.
Right. Rightfully so.
I'm not saying they're the problem, but they should be paying more.
Rightfully so. But also the people who they're supporting, who they believe would do them the honor to actually hold the rich accountable, lie straight to their face, but not hold the rich accountable. I'll give you one example. I'm a huge fan of Bernie, but the more I dig into Bernie,
don't do Bernie like that.
I'm sorry.
I'll fight you right now.
No.
We can go outside.
Bro, I like Bernie.
We go box right now. Don't do that to Bernie.
Hold up, hear me out. I like Bernie, but there's a few things where I have an issue. So we know Bernie's all for universal health care and UBI and all this, like very for the people, very for the poor. And there was this thing where it was like a legislation that came out, and there was a prop on there that kind of helps support the corporations or whatnot. He came out, bashed it, and like talked so much shit down upon it. Like, why are we involved in? Why are we even putting this in the bill and whatever? When it came down to him writing it and submitting it, that same legislation that he shitted on was there, and he never took it off. So he, in public eye, was saying all this shit, but yet in the back, when it came down to the whole writing and legislation, kept it there. So that's my thing when it comes to that side, where it's like, bro, just you don't got like, and also Republicans lie too. They both fucking lie.
They both lie, bro.
They both lie.
It's not
straight to
Republicans aren't
people.
the only bad fucking politicians. There's a lot of Democrats that lie too. It's just Republicans. We see more Republicans because they side more with the far right. It's more racist people, I guess, that side more like people who don't want to.
They're openly assholes about it.
I guess maybe that's a better
that
word.
A little. I'm like, all
not
right.
just all racists that side with the Republicans. But
I'm not gonna say all. I think
you can't be an asshole running the country. Sorry.
Yeah, I think when it comes to that, it's like
that's my thing.
The idea had good intention, but the far people on either side is the one that like
fuck everything up on both sides.
And then the people like us who's kind of centric, and it's like
it don't really matter because there's not a lot of people like us. There's more people that are either strictly Republican, strictly Democrat, or they're either far left, far right.
Yeah,
it's not a lot of just in the middle. And even if it is a lot in the middle, those votes don't matter because at the end of the day, us in the middle have to choose a side.
Right. And okay, so
independent parties don't really work right now.
Right. So going back to the story with Nancy Pelosi, it's like, yo, I'm like pissed because I don't feel like yes, everybody it's free trade, so everybody should invest and all that, right? But there's this thing where politicians are supposed to kind of disclose their trades and are supposed to disclose like, if they're investing in something. But this often happens like right before a government deal is closed. So she knows like coming in. So it's like, yo, like I think now the SEC is opening an investigation and into this whole matter because this happened many times. So it's quote unquote on this. So they said this is a violation of public trust. The SEC chairman Gary Gensler said in a statement, "How can you expect our public leaders to be for the people when they are too busy securing the bag?" And rightfully, and that's why I'm mad because
I hate that. Is that his exact words? Securing the bag.
That's his exact word.
He's right, but you shouldn't use that because.
Wait, hold on. Let me finish.
Yeah, these people should be able to secure the bag.
He also said
it should still be for the people.
Yeah, he also said incredible leadership from the. Oh yeah, 4 months. Okay, yeah, that's what he said. Never mind.
They should be. I don't. No, he's right. I just don't like him using that specific.
Secure the bag term.
Because you should be able to quote, even as a public official, whatever. You should be able to secure a bag, but not in the sense of what she did with like insider trading, because that's not fair to the small people like us who are just getting.
Because the retail investor doesn't know the deal is going down.
It's these people, they know this shit and they fuck us over. It's like all the shit with. Like that's all the shit with like the Dogecoin and all those meme coins. Like all these motherfuckers that got millions of dollars that can put money into it to pump it. They know what the fuck is gonna happen. They're gonna put money and pump it,
Right.
and they're gonna take it out. And guess what happens? I'm thankful that I didn't trust Doge or nothing to put like
Well,
too
Doge
much
is
money
more
in it.
retail. Doge is more retail. But when you're talking about stock,
But even with stocks,
because usually stock
like
will go-
AMC or GameStop when it was fucking really booming and during the pandemic,
Right.
same thing. Like
but
they
but-
know what the fuck is
but
happening.
more
We don't.
more so when stocks like Amazon, Microsoft,
Them too.
any
Disney, Apple.
no, any of the electric motors and all that, any stocks that kind of deal with the
General
government,
Motors.
because the government will give contracts to certain companies, right? So it's very unfair that she's the one who's kind of negotiating contract deals with certain companies, then would go and buy the stock right before the deal is done. Nobody know that damn shit. I can't tell you. I won't know when Tesla is gonna have a deal with the government, because usually when it's announced, it's too late. She already bought the share 5 days ago, you know?
She bought it when it was still low.
Right. So she bought the share, and then like Amazon went boom like a couple days ago. She made 10 mil in 5 days.
That's not fair.
Like she made 10 mil in 5 days.
I feel like if they're gonna, I like this generation. I like how everybody's getting into stocks now because it's gonna really change the stock market. Because a lot of these big investors, like the hedge funds and all that, they're
Right.
not gonna be able to short the retail investors.
Right. And the retail
It's gonna change,
right.
Because us retail investors are starting to realize our power when it comes to stocks.
Right.
We can push this.
We
shit
still
more
getting the bottom of the barrel though, because we don't have insider shit.
Still,
They
but
still have a lot more tricks up their sleeves.
But all these like the Wall Street bets, all these Reddit people who are actually like helping us retail investors, at some point it's gonna be more knowledgeable retail investors because it's 99% of us and it's only really like 1% of
yeah.
them. We're gonna overpower them at some point. The stock market is gonna start working in our favor
Right. But
because
also,
they're not gonna be able to do this no
but
more.
also
Because it's not fair.
But also, there's
not.
always a term that government works for you. But in this sense, the government and hedge funds on the same fucking
Work for the government. The
yeah,
government
yeah.
working for the
They're
government.
on the same
It's not
playing
fair.
field, and it's you versus the government and the hedge funds.
It's not
the
fair.
hedge funds is already fucking big players as it is.
Yeah, and I'm glad the SEC is investigating this because it's not fair. Because if me and you were to know someone that gave us an inside scoop on Amazon and we did this and came up, guess what's the SEC gonna about? They gonna knock
on our door.
knocking at this fucking door. They're gonna be in Hawthorne knocking at my door
Right.
talking about what the fuck are you niggas on? You niggas on some bullshit.
Right.
So they need to do the same thing to her.
But here's the thing.
And I'm a Democrat and I like Nancy Pelosi, but no, it's not fair to us.
But
Sorry.
here's another thing. Don't think the SEC is for the people either.
They're not.
They are.
But
So
the thing
you know,
about
we're
government,
all effed.
the thing about the government is they could be not for the people so much and they could do bullshit, but we see it all the time in other countries. It's only so much
That they can let it
that
slide.
the citizens are gonna, that the mass,
right.
that we are gonna let slide before we be like, okay.
Because like the people know, bro, her and her husband's worth like hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yes, and we're still a young country.
So-
Like we're starting to really, all this protesting that we see that we've been doing in the past 2 years, other countries been doing this for years. Like their citizens are way more smarter than us. We're really starting to learn that we have more power,
Right.
as people than we thought. And I think it's gonna. That's why I like everything that's happening. It's gonna change. I mean, yeah, you're right. The SEC don't really care for us, but they're gonna
Yeah.
have to start caring for us because you're not gonna make money if it's just the hedge. The only reason these hedge funds make money is because they're putting millions, a whole bunch of money in this shit, but they're banking off of us still at the same time.
Right.
So if we decide that we're not gonna take it and we all just take our money out of stocks, they're not gonna make shit.
Right.
If it's just nothing but hedge fund investors and like the big people, they're not gonna make shit off of stocks. They're gonna be broke.
Right. And
So
also
they
they
need
make
us.
money off of us investing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
'Cause
They
that's
need
why
us.
that's why they manipulate the retail in order to take the money from the retailers.
Because they need us.
So as long as the retails can bind together and like, you know, play the game back at the hedge funds, at the politicians,
Which is what
or
we've
whatever.
been doing the past couple
So I
of
think
years.
going in the future, retail are more smart nowadays because of YouTube. More smart
Just
days
because of
because of
the internet in
Discord,
general.
Reddit,
Yeah, social media,
so,
all that in general.
yeah. So eventually we can crack that, but it's tough when you got a politician who's covering the cracks for the hedge funds and playing the game themselves.
You seen. I unfortunately wasn't a part of it, but you seen what everybody did with GameStop and AMC when it was
still
first
currently
booming?
with AMC right now.
If all of us retail investors, the way that we put money into GameStop and AMC, if they keep fucking us over and we all just decide that, okay, you know what, fuck it, we just gonna take all of our money out of stocks, and as retail investors, people that aren't a part of the big hedge funds and all that bullshit, we decide we're not gonna put money in no stocks, no crypto, and we take everything out, the market's gonna crash.
I know,
They need us.
but also we can't sell when it's red because they want that to happen.
Yeah, but
because you selling at a loss.
Yeah, but even if everybody sells and everything is red, and we decide and we take all of our money out and don't put nothing in, nothing back in, $0 at all, only money that's in every single stock in the world.
Because that's not a win for you. Like you
yeah, it's not it is. It's a win because you're not making no money off of it.
But the thing is, the likely chance of everybody pulling out in that sense, it won't happen.
It's not possible, obviously. Right. But I'm just saying hypothetically, if that was to happen and all of us retail stock investors were to come together and everybody, all 100% of us took our money out, and it was only that 1% of the rich people.
Right.
It's gonna crash. They would have to compromise with us. Otherwise, they're not gonna make money. They're gonna start losing money.
Right. Or you have a case where AMC right now, where the retail investor won't sell and they hold. The longer you hold, the more you effed over the short sellers because they have to cover at some point. Like they can't just not cover. So the more you buy and the more you hold, the higher the stock goes, the more the short seller is gonna have to lose out money in order to cover the short. So,
but the whole thing about this is, if we were to do something like that, everybody that's a retail investor, like I'm talking about the full 100%, we would have to be the people who like have a chance to actually make some money. They would have to be willing to want to take that L just so we can like push it to the government. I mean, and make
right now
fix the regulations. That's that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, right now AMC is pretty stuck, but whatever. I don't know. It was something that was interesting. It's something that really irks my nerves, just because like I'm investing heavily, and like, you know, it's been a rough year, but you know, she out here winning because she knows the deal. So it's, you know, it's rough on all the retail investors. I know Henry's pissed off about it. Anybody who's a retail investor who's investing in stocks, nobody like to hear this shit. Nobody.
It's not fair, because if it was the other way around and it was one of us retail investors getting an inside trade, you'd be going, what is the minimum? It's like 10, 15 years in federal prison.
Right.
You're not going to fucking state. You're not going upstate. They send your ass to fucking Colorado or fucking somewhere back east.
Long Island or something.
Yeah, you go into a maximum security federal prison. You're going to be fucking bored.
Right. It's up there. It's up there with tax fraud because they care about it.
It's not fair. So I don't. Everybody should be fucking mad that's a retail investor. It's not fair for us.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
All right, man. That's it for Can't Tell Me Nothing podcast. I think we try to limit the amount of time we cuss, but it didn't really help. The topics really got me worked up here. But yeah.
Catch me in Vegas this weekend.
You're going to be in Vegas. You're going to be betting Conor fight.
I'm going to go watch the Conor fight.
I heard Conor's there. A bunch of DJs are there. Drake's going to be performing.
At the fight? Oh, I'm for sure.
No. He's not performing at the fight. I think he's gonna be at a club. Drake's gonna be at a club.
I forgot what club he is. I'm gonna sneak in.
So yeah, no, I heard a lot of shit popping in Vegas. So have fun in Vegas. I'm gonna be here just watching the fight. We might, and then we'll talk about it on Monday.
I'm gonna come back hungover.
On Benchwarmer Report. What?
I'm come back hungover.
And broke.
Yeah, that too. I'm gonna come back extremely broke.
Yeah.
Well, no, let's not do that. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna fucking make 20 racks on blackjack.
All right, we out.
All right, y'all. See y'all later.